So we're part of St Luke's Church in Blackburn. We've teamed up with them and partnered up with them because I manage Blessed Living, which is supported housing for people coming out of prison. And we partner up with 180 Project, Blessed Living and St Luke's. So we help the prisoners that are coming out to stop with us to get curious about faith, because jumping straight into church sometimes can be really difficult. So we try and display the characteristics of Jesus, showing them love, showing them compassion, and then we gently feed them into Jesus. God put this on my heart because I grew up in a very broken home with a family full of drug addicts and alcoholics, lots of crime, social services involved, etc. And I ended up addicted to heroin and crack when I was 17 years of age. So I had all my own battles to come through. Growing up in that kind of environment, there's not a lot of talk of God. There's no Jesus being discussed. There's no mention of church, and there's no positive influences. So you navigate yourself into that same world of crime and drugs. And I was saved. And I didn't go, because people like me, growing up in that environment, we don't go to church for the help because that's where the good people go. And when you feel bad to the bone, when you've done the things that I've done, there's power imbalances. You see the church people and you just don't want to go in there. So the 180 Project is set up and they don't advertise as Christians. When I went to the 180 Project, they displayed all the characteristics of Jesus. They loved me, they showed me compassion, and they're very, very gently starting to introduce me to faith. And they had been addicted to drugs like I had, but they loved me. They showed me love, and because I wanted to be with them, they led me to the church. So that's how the 180 Project led me to church. I would never have gone there. And I think that's the same with the prison. What Blessed Living try and do now is, for me, the people coming out of prison that's led a life of crime, the church is in, there's a gap that I feel that the 180 Project and Blessed Living are trying to fill, where we navigate people into Jesus in a very caring and loving way, because it's such an hard thing to just jump into church. It's scary because you feel so low to go in there, and these people just sort of really help you. That's why I've got a very passionate view on helping people, because I know what that living in that darkness is like. So that's where my passion comes from. I think the church has got a really important role to play, because I said yesterday in my talk, church has got to be more than just a Sunday service and worship. It's got to be more, and I think churches as a whole need to be an outward-looking church into the community, because there's a church in every community, and these prisoners are coming out into all these communities, and they need to know the love of Jesus, and they need to find it. And it's very difficult to help them find it, but churches can certainly be doing more to be more open. Yeah, my conviction for this, what I would love to see, and is on my heart, is for when people are coming out of prison, that they've got a safe place to stay. They've got bank accounts, because so many people come out with no money, no bank accounts, no formal ID, so they can't claim the benefits. That we have a system set up where there's an home, there's bank accounts and there's support for people. As soon as they come out, I picked someone up from prison last month, and he came out, he didn't even have a change of clothes, he didn't even have a change of underwear, he had no money, no ID, no bank account and nowhere to stay, and that was heartbreaking. And I think I would like to see things in place where everyone has access to that when they come out, because we are setting them up to fail. Everyone should be able to come out and take their place in society, and we should be able to give them the foundation to do that. My heart aches for my community because of what I see, because I see the brokenness in the community, I see the poverty in the community, I see the limited opportunities for people in my community, and it does break my heart to see these people that don't have access to the basics. It breaks my heart that we don't even have enough food to give into the food banks, and that people are just living on the food banks. And I would love for that to break everyone's heart, because if it did, then as a full community rather than just individuals, there'd be a lot less and less of that. And if my community can do it and someone else's community can do it, as a nation we can then start to make some positive changes, because I feel like sometimes it's just a few, and that we're just on the edges of stuff, and I pray for an awakening for everyone to art break for this.